I'm here today to do my predictions for the Booker Shortlist 2020. Um, I have not read all of the books in the long list. I have read 6 and I'm in the middle of one, so I'm exactly halfway through it. But anyway, I'll predict based on what I have read and what I have heard other people say. And I'm going to start by saying what things I for sure think are not going to make it and what things for sure I think are going to make it, and then we're going to look at the rest and choose the rest of the shortlist from there. So, things I don't think are going to make it. I don't think Such a Fun Age by Kelly Reid is gonna make it, and if it does, I'm breaking up with the Booker Prize because that was not a good book. And then also, I have not read Redhead by the Side of the Road by Ann Taylor, but from what I've heard, it's not a very impressive book, so I don't think it's gonna make it either. So those two are like the for sure I don't think they're gonna make it books. The ones I think for sure are gonna make it, the first, of course, The Mirror and the Light by Hilary Mantel. I think my reaction when I first saw the long list was, okay, this long list is made for The Mirror and the Light to win. So I'm not sure anymore, but I'm sure it's gonna make the shortlist anyway. I have not read it, but I think so. And then another one that I have not read, but I think is gonna make the shortlist is How Much of This Hills is Gold by Sipam Sang. I have heard nothing but great things about this. I'm dying to read it. I'm starting it maybe today or tomorrow, and I think it's gonna make the shortlist. I have not heard any bad thing about it, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna make it. And the other one that I am not so sure, but I would really love to see in the shortlist is Who They Was by Gabriel Krause. I have a review for it up, so I'll link it down below. But I loved it. It's my favorite from all the ones that I have read, and I really think that it did something different and something special, and it took a risk. So I think that deserves him to be in the shortlist. So those are my three I think for sure they're gonna make it. And then we have the model of the others. So let's go through the others and see we can what we can do about it. So one that I don't think it's gonna make it, I haven't read. I have heard good things about it as a book, but there's too much controversy on the book itself and the author, so I think A Paragon by Colin McCain is probably not gonna make it. I think that the Booker already had a fair bit of controversy this year and last year, so I'm not sure they want to go into the controversy train again. So I'm gonna say A Paragon is not gonna make it. Real Life, I read it and I thought it was okay. I don't think it deserves to be in the shortlist. However, there are two books here about racism in America, Such a Fun Age and Real Life, and Real Life is by far the better book of the two. So if the judges want to include a racist in America kind of book, Real Life will be the one, but by itself I don't think should be in the shortlist. I enjoyed it, but it was it was not that impactful for me. So I think I'm gonna say Real Life is not going to make it. And then between The Shadow King and This Mournable Body, I feel like one of the two has to make it. I think they dealt with some similar topics about colonialism and what it does to people. So I think one of the two has to make it. I don't know which one though. I have read The Shadow King. I have not read This Mournable Body. The Shadow King, I was expecting it to be much better than it was, but I have heard a lot of good reviews about it, and I have not heard many good reviews about This More Noble Body, which I have not read. I have read Nervous Conditions, but not This More Noble Body. However, there's also the thing that the judges might decide that they want to uh, advance This More Noble Body, not so much for the book itself, but for the career of Tsitsi Dangaremba. Nervous Condition was published about 20 years ago, and it is considered a classic of African literature. So that might affect, in the sense that they want to recognize the whole trilogy rather than just that last book. But from what I have heard, most people seem to think that as a book, The Shadow King is a better book than This More Noble Body. So I don't know which one of the two is gonna make it. I'm gonna say This More Noble Body just because I think that the judges might be willing to recognize Tsitsi Dangaremba's as an author more than The Shadow King. Although The Shadow King, I mean, I thought it was a good book, but it could have done so much more. Yeah, I'm gonna say This More Noble Body for now. But that one it's a hard one to decide. Then we have The New Wilderness by Diane Cook, which I have also read, and although I thoroughly enjoyed it, I think that it was, yeah, I have this with dystopians often, that they all melt into each other, and I am enjoying, as I read, I'm enjoying the book, but they don't have the impact that other kinds of books have. So I'm gonna say no for The New Wilderness, which leave us with 2 spots left, and we have to choose between Love and Other Thought Experiments by Sophie Ward, which I have not read, Burnt Sugar by Avni Doshi, which I have read, and Shuggie Bain by Douglas Stewart, which I'm in the middle of. I think Shuggie Bain is so far, it's a very well executed book, but the original idea is not groundbreaking. So yeah, I'm not sure. Although a lot of people have really give this really good reviews. Burnt Sugar, on the other hand, it's a bit of the opposite. It has tons of brilliant ideas, but the execution, in my opinion, leaves the book down. So I don't know. And then Love and Other Thought Experiments, I have not read, but I heard it's very experimental. It's and I have heard a lot of good things about. So I don't know. This is a hard one. I think Shuggie Bain is gonna make it. I don't think it's gonna win. But I think that it would make it. And between Burnt Sugar and Love and Other Thought Experiments, it's really hard because I have not read Love and Other Thought Experiments. But I'm gonna say Burnt Sugar because there are not so many crazily experimental books in this list. So maybe it's not the judges' taste, and we already have who they was in the shortlist. So I'm going to say Burnt Sugar is gonna make it. Yeah, that was hard. But my shortlist is How Much of These Hills Is Gold by Sepam Sang, This More Noble Body by Tsitsi Dangaremba, Burnt Sugar by Avni Doshi, How They Was by Gabriel Krause, The Mirror and the Light by Hilary Mantel, and Shuggie Bain by Douglas Stewart. And if you have also predictions, I'm going to leave a link to the prediction questionnaires down below that Zim from Sim Reads has put together, because if we as a collective internet do better on that than Kieran the Booker boy, he is going to shave his beard, and we all want to see that. So please go down below and fill it up so that we can win against Kieran and we can see his beautiful bald face. But yeah, those are my predictions. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my choices and my reasoning behind. Yeah, that's all for today. So see you in the next video. Bye.